All right, some of you may not be aware of this, but I have a grandson. I know I really haven't said a whole lot about him, but I have a grandson. His name's Jameson. All right, so anyway, this past weekend I basically watched him by myself. Glenda was off doing a scrapbook event with her cousins and everything. So now you gotta understand, for like since this kid's been born, basically, I've been trying to get him to say Pap-Paw. I mean, I've just been trying to get him to say Pap-Paw, and he's saying everything but Pap-Paw. You know, da da da, mom, no, ha. Does ha a lot. And then this other little thing, eh. Anyway, so I mean, he's a baby, right? So babies. Well, the last month and a half, I've really been trying to get him to say Pap-Paw. I'm like, say Say Pap-Paw for me. Say Pap-Paw. He's, Mama, Dada, Mama, like, say Pap-Paw. And he just looks at me like, no, I'm not going to do it. So I'm like, what does this kid have against me? Why would they not say Pap-Paw? It's driving me nuts. I mean, it's so easy to say. Pap-Paw. Look, you can say Pap-Paw. Can't you say Pap-Paw? Look, you can probably say Pap-Paw right now. Can't you? It's so easy. So, anyway. So, like, last week, Marie's like, she's sitting there telling me, she goes, every morning when he wakes up, he's going, Papa, Papa, Papa. It's like he's laying in his little, playpen bed thing, going, Papa, Papa. I was like, are you serious? I was like, really? She goes, yeah. I said, so I looked at him, I picked him up, I was like, are you saying Papa? I'm like, so I was sitting there thinking to myself, I said, this kid's killing me, right? I'm thinking either she's punking me or the kid's punking me. I mean, this is crazy, right? So anyway, like this past Friday, I go pick him up from Cousin Jamie. Cousin Jamie's watching him, Katie and Jamie watching him on Fridays. So I go pick him up. As soon as I get in the door, she goes, he's been talking. She goes, oh, he's been talking since. She goes, he's been saying Pap-Paw all afternoon. I'm like, what? Are you serious? He goes, yeah. He's like, Papa, Papa. I was like, seriously? So I pick him up. Did you say Papa? Get. I'm like, God. So again, I'm thinking, is Jamie punking me? Is the kid punking me? What the heck's going on? I don't understand this, right? So anyway, so I get him, pick him up, we're playing, we're having fun Friday night, everything, we're doing this kind of stuff, and finally I lay him to bed. About 8:30, 9 o'clock, he goes to sleep. Well, about 11:30, I decide to go ahead and go to bed, okay? Well, when you know it, wakes up at 12:30, right? So he wakes up, he's crying, so I gave him the bottle, trying to get him to go back to sleep, and this kid will not go back to sleep. I mean, I'm dead dog tired. I've worked all day. I've only had an hour's sleep now. The way it was, interrupted everything. So it's like 2:15, right, in the morning, right? Yeah, 2:15 in the morning, right? Okay. So I'm sitting there rocking him in the rocking chair, and I'm like, sitting there calling, come on, Jameson. He's finished with his milk, but he just can't go to sleep. He acts like he's going to go to sleep. He gets real still. Then I go lay him down in the bed and cries. I'm like, oh, you're killing me. You're just killing me, right? So I'm sitting there thinking this, as I'm rocking him back and rocking him back. And then all of a sudden, he like lays his head on the side because I have him holding, kind of like this on me on his chest and everything. And he lays his head, turns the kind of side, lays down, and then he lays his other arm and just lays it right here on my chest by my heart. And he goes, Pap-Paw. I mean, it was so sweet. I mean, it melted my heart. I almost cried. I mean, because it was so loving and so beautiful. I mean, I've been trying to get him to say this for so long, and then here he does it, said it. And I looked at him, and I held his head, and I stroked him and said, oh, did you say Pap-Paw? He raises his head, looks at me, smiles, and goes, Gah! This kid's punking me. 8.5 months old, and he's punking me. I'm in so much trouble.